want to invest, but I literally have $0 left at the end of each month. This is the number one objective I hear when I recommend that people start investing, right? And the truth is, they're not broke, they're just leaking money. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can find $200 with your current budget without getting a second job or switching to an all ramen noodle diet. Let's get into it. Whenever I bring up saving or investing and actually getting started with it, most people think that they will spend their money, pay their bills, do whatever they will for the month. And then at the end of the month, they'll start investing or they'll start saving whatever's left. The problem with that, and I'm sure you've noticed, there's never anything left, right? So what we have to do is adopt the pay yourself first uh, mythology, whatever you want to call it, you need to do that. All right. So what we mean by pay yourself first is you need to pay yourself before you pay your water bill. Pay yourself before you pay your electric bill. Pay yourself before you pay your rent. Any of those things. That's what I do. That's what a lot of investors that I know do. Because what happens when you pay yourself first, one, you're ensuring that you're going to have more money next year than you had this year and than you had the year before because you're prioritizing your future, you're prioritizing your investments. When you spend first and then try to save what's left, you leave that try as an option, and then you end up never taking that option of saving or investing. Whereas if you pay yourself first, you pay it like a bill, your most important bill, important than any other bill, you're guaranteeing that you're going to start storing up money, that you're going to start taking advantage of compounding interest. And that's what we want to do. All right. Now, this whole leaking money thing, right? You may ask, Darius, I'm not leaking money. Where am I leaking money from? Glad you asked. So, here's how you can hunt down this leak, right? First off, pull up your bank statement. I highly recommend Rocket Money. It's an app you can use. You can actually choose how much you pay for it, and you can log into all your banks in this one app, and it'll show you all of your subscriptions, how much you pay to stuff every month. It's a great app. But either one of those methods, whatever you feel like doing, either pull your statement yourself or use Rocket Money. Now, go look at your subscriptions. How many 19.99, 9.99 subscriptions do you have running that you probably don't use anymore, right? Cancel all those things. How much are you paying for convenience? I'm talking your DoorDash. I'm talking choosing not to bring lunch or eat whatever's cheap, but going out and just being like, I got the money. Let me just do all these comfort things. Yes, you do have the money, but when you prioritize comfort in multiple areas of your life, you end up diminishing what you're able to set aside for your future, right? This is where you're leaking the money at. I'm not saying don't do those things, but I'm saying minimize them, right? I could go out and eat at a restaurant every single day. I make enough money to do so, but if I chose that to be how I go about my life, the amount that I invest every month would be considerably less. And if the amount I invest is considerably less, bars, then I'd have less to invest. Oh my God. But you understand what I'm saying. If you choose to do all these comfort things, you're not going to have enough money to invest like you've been doing. And then you're not going to see the gains that you want, right? You may only see yourself earning $10 or so every month instead of 100, or instead of 1,000, or instead of 10,000. I just talked to a guy the other day. He told me he made $50,000 yesterday in a day, right? And it wasn't even trading wise. It was just because he's invested so much, because he pays himself first, himself now makes more money than he could make if he actually went and worked the job. How about that? How about that for a goal? So I highly recommend you go out, you find these leaks. You have to start paying yourself first. You should be more important than um, Georgia Power. You should be more important than Alabama Power, whatever place you live in, Power. You should be more important than the water company. You should be more important than the rent, the landlord. You're more important than all those things. Pay yourself. Retain some of the money that you, sweat, bleed for every single year. into the next year. Personally, hate seeing people, 30 plus and they don't have a savings and they don't have an investment account. What that says to me is you spent 30 years of your life and you have the same amount of money as my 1 year old daughter, right? Because if you're not, it doesn't matter how much you make. If you spend it all every single year, you're not maintaining anything. You don't have any assets. Honestly, that's not even my daughter. My daughter has assets, right? Because I gave them to her, but she got them and she's carrying them over, through her first year of life. And she's going to carry them over through the next at least 17 years, right? So, not going to get on a soapbox, but I promise you, you're leaking money. And if you just take a second, look through your statement, pick out one, two, three things that you don't necessarily have to do every single month. Take that money, you start investing it. If you don't know how to invest it, just click the link in this description. Join Mammoth Money Academy. It's free. Why wouldn't you? And I will show you what to invest in so you can't mess up. It's a win win. Now you're investing. Now you're going to want to start cutting more stuff out of your life that you're wasting so that you can invest more because you're going to see how much you earn from it. And you're going to want to get to that level to where your money's making more money than you can make. All right. So, yep, if you do these things, if you start to automate your investing, you treat your investment account like the most important bill of your life, and you actually go through your statement, go through your budget to actually pick out all the useless things, the accounts that you're not using anymore, the subscriptions. If you go out to eat 5 times a month to a fancy restaurant, cut one of them nights out. All right. You go to a fancy restaurant 4 nights a month now. Cool. There you go. That's at least $100. Maybe it's two. I don't know how fancy you are. Take that money, start investing it. Click the link in the description if you want to know where to invest it. And yeah, I want to see y'all win. So I see you in the next one.